Oui. Yo, yes. Live. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Today we have a very special person. He comes out of Australia. That is good evening. For me, is good morning. And Taylor, thank you for coming. Thank you for accepting. First of all, guys,
Nelson,
for everybody who don't know him, this guy is bombing the YouTube channels. Go there. I'm going to leave all the links just for you to see. I'm going to put it here. That is a YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe, give a nice like, and leave a message if you have some questions. He's doing lots of for the electro community, for the PVs. Then you have his Instagram, his Facebook, and TikTok. Then he has a special community that is skate Oz, that is from Instagram, and he has in Facebook. Reached by him, you're going to enjoy it. He's a fantastic person, and let's start to talk. My friend, welcome.
g'day Nelson. Good to see you, mate.
I
Good to
see
be
that
here.
I see that you've been very busy now with less boards, and you have lots of boards coming to you. First of
Oh,
all, like always, I ask to everybody for the people to know you a little better. Uh, how do you started? How you came with this idea for, first of all, for your YouTube channel and your channels of from all medias?
oh, Nelson, I've been watching e-skating on the internet for years. I grew up in a place called Dramana in the Mornington Peninsula, which is a surfing sort of community.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up down the beach, surfing every weekend, every time I got a chance, and we skated a lot as well. And I sort of grew out of it a little bit. So I don't know if you know, but apparently I'd look good for my age. I'm nearly 50. And
Like me.
coming through part of COVID, I had a good friend of mine, Tom, who him and I talked a little bit, and he said, "Oh, I've got an electric skateboard," and I said, "Oh, really?" And he said he offered me half a dozen times to try, and I knew that as soon as I tried one, I'd be in trouble. And sure enough, he took me out and shared one of his boards with me, which was a GDR Evolve, and
Mm-hmm.
I sort of used it one Saturday morning, then I used it the next Saturday morning, then I used his Transite direct drive the next Saturday morning. And he said, "You're going to get one?" And I said, "Oh, look, I have to go home and see if I can get permission." So I went home and asked the boss, the wife, and she said, "If you want to get one, get one."
Hi, Edward. How are you, my friend?
Hey, buddy, hey, mate. And sure enough, she said yes. And 20 minutes later, I'd ordered one online. So that was it. The bug was gone, and I started spending, and I've been e-skating ever since. And every spare minute I get, I jump on a board and I'm gone. I can't get down to the beach as much because I live about an hour away from the beach
Mm-hmm.
to go surfing and things like that. So, and also I've got two little people. I've got two daughters that I look after on weekends with the wife, and so I skate as much as I can. The boys go out all the time, and sometimes I'm cutting YouTube videos and I can't go, but it's all to share with the community and to educate and support people. And I just love it. Tom suggested I do the reviews
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not a lot of people know this, but I'm an engineer,
Mm-hmm.
fitter, turner, toolmaker by trade. So very hands-on, and I rebuild stuff and fix stuff all the time anyway. So he said, "You know this stuff, you should talk to people about it and tell people." So straight up for the bat, I tried it with the first board I ever bought, which was a Lycan TRX2.
Mm-hmm.
It was a faulty board because it came out with faulty motors from the get-go. We fixed it, got the new motors in from those guys. They were fantastic, really supportive, and then I did videos on how to balance your wheels and do all this sort of stuff, and the bug just bit. I love videoing, I love editing, I love sharing, and I've been really, really fortunate with some pretty cool Australian companies, namely being Baja Board. They were the first ones at Alessandro down there he said, Craig, take the new prototype S2A tracks out. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, just take it. I was like, okay, don't have to ask me twice. So growing up on the Mornington Peninsula, we had a lot of dirt trails and bush. So I had a ball. It was just my motocross and my surfing all mixed into one. Very dangerous combination for me. And he left the board with me for probably nearly a month and a half, 2 months. So I had so much time on the A tracks, and I probably cracked just over 600 or 700 kilometers on it in that time, which the board hadn't been really released yet. So it was a very special, unique position to find myself in. And then with Tom, my good friend, he lent me his GDR, he's lent me his Transite, he's lent me his Variel RS, he's lent me mini boosted boards. He loves his skating more, probably if not more than I do. And he's got an S2A tracks modification of the old board. And he skates with me all the time. He's a great buddy, but camaraderie and friendship around skating is just superb. The community is just brilliant. I can't fault the community. I can't fault the people that I get to skate with. They're just tremendous people. And it's just an everyday passion now. I wake up and I think of e-skate. I go to bed at night and I look through Instagram and I'm thinking of e-skate and watching YouTube videos. And I'm really good. Lucky Nelson. I've got Scott Davies and I, e-skate Oz, which I'm proudly
that's what we're going to
here.
talk. No,
we hit the nail, and Scott supports that channel and he's admin for it as well with me. And the YouTube community here, or YouTubers community here in e-skate is brilliant. So I just in love, mate. I just love everything about it.
Yeah, then when we are talking about your T-shirt, about that, tell us a little more about this e-skate O's for everybody to understand. Then we go to your channel.
E-skate Oz. I started a Facebook page to try and get more of the Australian community, e-skate community, and PEV community together. There are a few pages running already, but I find a lot of them don't want to share YouTube videos, or don't want to share this, or don't want to share that. So if people who have got boards and own board companies that want to get involved and share videos on it, hey, go nuts. As long as there's no bad karma and no political crap in it, I'm all for it. Just share away, add in, join in. It's an open community for now. I will probably make it private one day if it gets a bit out of hand, but at the moment I let, I think, Propel share videos and stuff in there. Baja Boards have put some stuff in there. I've seen Meepo put some stuff in there. So the community is open for everybody. Board builders, manufacturers, everything.
So I'm the person who always I always speak like this, my friend. I make my lives, and sometimes I think 2 or 3 groups who never accept my lives. And sometimes I speak with them. Yeah, that is true. I'm in lots of groups, and I say that is very sad to see that we are trying. First of all, they say that is a spam. I say that is no spam. That is interviews from riders around the world. Everybody think we are rich with this YouTube channels. We do it.
If only. I'd give up my day job today, Nelson.
We just go to the. I don't want to go very far. Yes, you can work a lot. You can do a lot, or you love this sport, or you have to forget it. I do it. I know because I'm a YouTuber. I know that you don't win nothing with this. Maybe you have some small benefits, but guys, I'm going to tell to everybody, the work to make a video, the work you have to do, you have to write it, cameras, what you have to expend. When you see the money and the time that you lose more money than you win, then the private life, everything, you have to forget it. The people sometimes think we are okay, but we're not going to go to this. I'm very sad. I'm very happy that just keep 2 or 3 YouTube channels that don't let me go. Let me put there. Not. Hello, Andre. How are you? Not the guys who love this sport sometimes is just the persons who have the channel and they think they are the owners of everything. That's why I have the discussion. But the people who love the channel or the people who love the group from Facebook, they always complain. Why don't you put? We want to see. We want to see the new video. Why don't you put? I don't put it because your the guy, the administrator, don't want it. That is
Yeah,
just
I agree, Nelson. I mean, I love the YouTube videos, and one of the things that I get out of it is the information. I mean, Andrew's just jumped up there now.
yeah. I say it. I tell him.
G'day, Andrew. And the boys who do the videos, everybody who does the videos, is just trying to share their passion and their love for the sport. And I found it really confronting that a lot of the Eastgate community on Facebook and so forth wouldn't share or wouldn't allow you to put videos up. And it really it bothered me a little bit. But also, we're trying to join the community. We're not trying to divide it. So for me, it was okay. I'll start my own page, Eastgate Oz. Here we go. And I can do whatever I want because it's my page. And I invited Scott
No, my
Davies
friend.
in to support it. And he shares his links for his new videos. And anyone else who wants to share their links for their new videos, I am 110% behind them because I love
Guys,
this community.
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm the first person who go to the administrators from the groups, and first of all, I always tell to them in the beginning, guys, I'm going to share my channel in your platform because it's to help the community. Do you agree or not? Is any problem? I have 200 YouTube groups that I'm inside, that I speak with everybody and everything. I don't share in all the groups. I try to share this week in one group, the other week in other group. I asked to everybody. I don't have no problem to say the only group who said no to me was the LA skate area. That was the
Yeah.
only person I have problems, and the rest, nobody never told me to stop. But I know there is a lot of people who
Yeah.
bend the.
I had a lot more trouble when I was first starting up and I was trying to build a bit of a community. I had a lot of trouble because I wasn't really anybody on the scene, so I got rejected quite a
Everybody's
lot.
everybody, my friend. That's why
Yeah,
I make this channel and I speak with you in private. I speak with Andre has lots of years. He knows how that works.
yeah,
I'm just going to say like this, the simple way. Everybody is important. Sometimes I invite persons to come to the channel and say, hey, Nelson, I'm not a big rider. I don't have so much time in this. I say, do you ride? Do you love this sport?
that's it.
Is enough.
Absolutely,
I
couldn't agree
don't need,
more.
yeah. That is for me the important thing. So, but today we are talking about you, my friend. We leave it like this. That's discussion. We're going to
Yep,
create what
parked.
I speak with you in private. I want to make something special for you guys in Australia. I'm going to try to bring something very special for all of you. I speak now today with travel. I want to speak with Andre, with Scott, and with Jay Botson. I want to make something special with the four, but we leave it now. Let's talk about Skate Oz. Is that just made for the Australian persons, or is
Not at
for the
all. It's to make it for Australian, but it is for anybody who supports the Eastgate community as well as obviously Australia,
Mhm.
because it's predominantly started for Eastgate in Australia because we don't have. I don't think we've got a really good voice in the Eastgate community here. We've got a lot of pages here that are a little segregated, a little bit onto their own,
Mhm.
8 miles up, and
Wait,
so
how are you, my friend?
it's good to see more people coming together. So I don't mind where people are from, whether they're in Europe or America or Thailand or Malaysia.
Mhm.
I don't mind. I'm more than happy to find out what's going on around the world, and
Mhm.
more than enough than to share more and more information, because that's what this sport needs, is better understanding and more community gatherings, I suppose. So yeah, no, open to everybody. The one thing I do want to do with Eastgate Oz is spend
Hey,
a bit of
James.
time. James with his rocket, he's got a beautiful board. G'day James, how are you, mate? One of the guys or the team down at Full Send Electric built his board for him. It's a Cali deck. It's just gorgeous. It's a very, very special board. And yeah, it's to try and build a bit of a network so we can actually probably band together eventually to work on the political side of e-skating and the PEV community in Australia, because I'd like to do more and push that agenda. I deal with politicians and
Mm-hmm.
around my day job sometimes. And I'd like to try and put a wedge in there and push a bit harder to get some community acceptance. It is illegal in most states in Australia, except for Queensland and the ACT, which is the Australian Capital Territory.
Mm-hmm.
But we do get left alone by the police a lot if we're doing respectful things and wearing our helmets and all the rest of it. They sort of leave us alone. But
Mm-hmm.
change is always, to get things legalized is always the beneficial position we all want globally. And hopefully we can do more, and hopefully Eastgate Oz can do a bit more to promote that as well.
Yeah. Hey, Scott. Hello, Scott. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Scott.
I just want to put this way, guys. I know it's hard for you, guys, in Australia. For you, I live in one country is totally illegal, and the police is now very difficult for us. They don't let us ride. If they catch us, the fines I listened to the last one was about 3,500
Whoa.
euro, and he lose his board. That's why we have to put this legal. But the groups around the world, they have to help. They have to educate the persons who write to don't make stupid videos. Because these stupid videos, I was last time to see a video. I was with him in my channel from one guy in one a scooter, 60 miles in a city. If you think that is a nice propaganda, that is not a nice propaganda. That is a very bad propaganda for all of us. If you want to go 60 miles, go, but don't make a video that is going to mess all of us. But leave it. I just want to say it's very sad for you guys. It's very sad for you guys.
I agree, Nelson, but I do also agree that if you're in country roads, and this is one of the reasons I love dirt Eastgate so much. If you're in dirt roads out in the back of the bush in Australia, and there's nobody for miles, so there's no reason why you can't get on a Baja board or a cross-country transite and just hack into the bush, or even a tramper and do your 60 kilometers an hour in the bush. No one really cares.
Mm-hmm.
The reality of it is you can have fun out in the bush in Australia and just ride for as long as the board will take you, or as long as the battery will last you. So it's a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah. Oh wow, $8,400 last
Yeah,
week.
my friend.
Wow.
I don't want to change. I don't want to change this to my side. We are talking about other person today. But guys, I'm just going to say something for all of you, just to explain. There is in Belgium is legal, in France is legal, and now the police are talking about to change the rules in this country is legal. I'm telling you serious, guys. What Andres right now, that is the truth. And there is lots of countries, like lots of states in USA, they are trying to shut down a bikes, AUCs, lots of things. They don't want to have it, guys. That's why the fines here, there is about close to 1 year. One guy here in Germany was 3 months in jail because he was catch 4 times, and they put him in jail in Munich, München. So that is not
it's pretty bad.
It's bad, pretty bad. But we are not talking here, guys. We're going to leave this because we are talking here about having fun. So, my friend, what was the first? I want to close it before we go to another thing. I want to close it from the A skate O's. If somebody wants to have this T-shirt.
This is a one-off trial. I actually made it. I did a trial run because a guy caught on to the Eastgate Oz and said, "Oh, if you want to buy my T-shirts, pay me $20." And I hang on a minute. I made this. Let me have a look to see if I could do it. So
yeah.
So I made one up, and look, if people want them, yell out, reach out to me on Eastgate Oz, and I'll have a look. We'll see if we can band a group together, and we'll buy some. No problem at all.
Yes, I think that is fantastic. I did it here from the group from us, and you see here, I always use it. It's not so expensive, and I think it's nice. It's a representation of us. And if you have that, and if somebody wants, reach him. I think it's going to be very good. It's good for the communities to show what you like and what you love. So, my friend, if you want, guys, if you want to find the group, if you want to share your information, you have the Instagram from him, and you have his Facebook. I'm going to leave the links there. Go there, subscribe. Maybe you are from Australia. Go for a ride with him. Show what machine are you riding. Make some questions. Just have fun. Now we're going to go
Absolutely.
to the, my friend. When you start this as YouTube, do you imagine that you're going to make because before you have other types of videos, do you as you ever think about it that you're going to make so much videos of ace skates and
Now,
because you are
not a
starting.
chance. Not a chance in hell, Nelson. I started the channel just I thought I was going to make a couple of videos. I took a course when your COVID started to happen
Mhm,
in comedy, and I just thought I'll muck around with it and see where it goes and just have some
mhm.
fun. And someone told me I looked like a local politician here, so I did a couple of takeoffs off him, and everyone had a bit of a laugh at it, and thought that was great. But then when I bit into this East Skate community, I just fell in love with the whole thing, and I didn't think it was going to last any more than a few videos or maybe a couple of weeks. But
Yeah.
I've just fallen in love with the community. As you can see, the other thing that everyone says is, Craig, you don't make one video on a board, or you make 4 videos on a board. And I said, well, I've got to tell everybody what it's like. I can't just do one video. I've got to ride this thing and just really qualify it for someone.
I just going to tell you guys. Maybe I have 20 terabytes of video, but I'm not this type of guy who makes reviews. I'm not. I don't have nothing to do with that. And sometimes the guys say, "Now, so you make so much video, so many cameras, and you don't make no videos from rides." I think that is lots of work. What you have to
And
do there.
it's huge work, Nelson. The problem is with me is being an engineer, and as you can see, Scott said something before. I said, "Hell, look at
Yeah.
that workshop." I'm a mechanical guy, and I've got
Hmm.
to really be careful because I feel my videos could be 50 minutes to 2 hours
Hmm.
long, just talking technical stuff, and that's my biggest problem is to try and stop that and actually show more riding and more fun out in the bush or out in the road and things. Because for me, I could sit there and talk technical all day, but it's as boring as hell. So I really find I've got to be quiet. Sorry, I missed. What were they talking about? The Roadster, Nelson? They all want to know about it, do they?
We're going to talk about everything in the videos I'm showing is for you to understand what is everything from his channel, guys. That you see how he started, how in today the quality, everything is better. That is like the beginning of all the YouTubers. Is
That's hard, isn't it, Nelson? You start with a phone, and this is you crash a few times and you break your phone, and you think, hang on, how do I do this? And then you get a better phone, and then you break that, and then you get a cheap GoPro, and everyone says, I can't hear you. What are you saying? I can't hear you. So, all right, I go and buy a microphone. Then I buy 3, 4, 5, 6 more types of microphones, and they're all terrible. And then and then you go out and buy a better GoPro, and it's never ending. It's just
I know for me because the first 360 Instagram was no protections, and I broke 2 of them, and the price for the repairing was close to 200 euros here. And you can find it in second hand for the 200 euros, and I have to buy 2 more, and the last one is broken again, and that is just money you have to. Yesterday I
well,
was in a group ride, and in a stupid thing I fall and I damage my back again. That's why I come to the next questions. Before, when you make your videos, my friend, what protections do you use, you as a rider?
when I started, Nelson, I went out and just cheap stuff from a local sports store, and I came a cropper a few times. I mean, my forearms are like everybody,
Hmm.
every e-skater out there. We've
Hmm.
all got road scars from crashing, and
That's
so
memories.
so I went back to my motocross days and thought, well, what did I used to use? And straight up, I talked to a couple of the local motorcycle shops here, and they lent me right into Liart knee guards, which are fantastic. They're really nice hard shell and they slide. So I've already had one reasonable hit with the Liart knee guards and they work beautifully. And I run the Fox forearm guards, so an elbow and forearm guard, so they come down about there. And they're fantastic, really slippy as well. And I actually had a fall, what was it, 3 weeks ago now on the Transite Roadster. I actually went to turn, typical YouTuber's problem, I went to turn my GoPro off and I had the finger or my thumb on the wheel. and as I pressed down, I pressed forward. So I stepped off and ended up bruising my heel. But I checked out to see if the forearm guards worked and they worked beautifully. so yeah, my gear works well. So, and I run two different helmets. So if I'm doing some videoing, I usually run just the ProTech open helmet. If I'm going to get a little bit silly, and when I take my tramper out, I do, I've started trying to do jumps and stuff on the tramper. I take my full face helmet with me because being ex-motocross as well, like I am, hitting the dirt face first is, you never want to break a jaw. And, as I said before, nearly 50 years old, knee surgeries are bad, elbow surgeries and shoulder surgeries take a long time to heal. And once you've broken a jaw at the age of 50, it's hard to wire it back up again and make it work. So, protection all the time. That doesn't matter.
It's very important. Now we're going to talk about directly. I know that you have a tramper there, but I know that the technical stuff I think is very important for helping the community. I'm not this type. You are engineer. I'm a cook. Two different professions.
My wife wishes I was a cook and not an engineer.
My wife love it.
I bet.
So, but let's go, my friend. We're going to talk about one thing. You release it. There is a couple days, I think, in first day in Europe, first day of this month. I'm going to put it there for everybody to see, and we can talk a little more. And we're going to talk a little, but go there, guys, and see the review. I think it's a fantastic review for you to understand a little more what you think about this baby that you have in your back too. You are trying.
Oh, sorry. Just here.
Yeah, let's put it bigger, then everybody can see it.
So where am I? Hang on, move out the way. The Transite Roadster. It is, and Nelson, it is absolutely beautiful, mate. There's boards out there that say they carve, they do this, they do that. They're an all-round board, and they're AT and blah blah blah. I really love the Transite direct drive board, the two-wheel drive version. And I did a review on that, which I borrowed from a mate of mine, Tom, and I took his board out. And I had only done 5, 10, maybe 12 kilometers, maybe 15 max. I took it for a day and I actually rode it for the whole day, ran the battery dry just about. And I fell in love with it straight away. And I did a review on it and I did a long range review on it and I fell in love with the board. It was just beautiful. It really gave that really surfy feel. Andrew Penman knows all about that. Growing up surfing, when you're on a board and you're on a carbon board, it doesn't give you any flex and there's no rebound in the board. So you don't get that feel. You don't get that contouring feel of the road underneath you. With this board, with the two-wheel drive, you felt everything. It was really nice. With this all-wheel drive, it's just a whole new sensation. With the six-inch wheels, you come through a corner and you find yourself accelerating and just going and going and thinking, it's still hanging on. Why hasn't this let go yet? So you just push a bit harder, and it's just beautiful. It really, I lost my words, Nelson. It's just such a beautiful board.
But comparing to belts and comparing to a direct drive, what is the sensation for you? Because you have a tramper there too, and
look, one of the things I like about it, and I never thought I'd like a silent board. I love screaming belts. I'm from the age of big V8 cars and things, and noisy vehicles, and motocross and things like that. But also the whole surfing thing, ocean, peaceful, quiet. It's just a whole different dimension. The board itself technically is fast. It accelerates hard. It really is quick on the takeoff. And I think, you probably could adjust it up even further if you wanted. It's a Flip Sky 4.2, so you could probably modify the specs up so it takes off even harder. Braking is magnificent. You jump on the brakes and it just pulls you up so it's just, the curve is just really, really nice. So I jumped on the brakes at 35, 40k an hour on this board, and I literally braced myself, and it just held, and I came to a perfect stop within, it felt like about 4 or 5 meters. It was just so responsive. It was beautiful. So everything I've tested this board against, it's given me 110%. As I said, the only thing which you'll see in a hill climb video coming in the next weeks, coming down a hill, it was really struggling with the gradient. But as I said, it was what I call my hell hill, and a few of my mates who have been up there with me say it as well. And it's really, really aggressive. It's a horrible place to skate. But in saying that, it climbed to about 37, 38 degrees on incline in the dirt, this board, on 10-inch wheels. So I can't fault it for that.
How much weight is this board? How many kilos? It's very heavy.
I think it's about 16 or 15. I actually haven't put it on the scales, to be quite honest, Nelson. It's probably very remiss of me. I should actually do that. Yeah. It's not any heavier than any other board I've got. It's probably a couple of kilos more, so it's probably 14 maybe.
Thanks,
but I'm not 100% sure. Nelson, congratulations. I said that to him too. Yeah, congratulations, Nelson, on 1,000 subs. It's awesome. So yeah, it's not all that weighty. I think the bigger battery, because this one's running a 10S 8P in it. It's a bit heavy.
You need a big battery for these 4 motors.
Yeah. But I'm about to, I think in a couple of days, I'll release a video on the long range test on this one. But I did 2 long range tests on this 10S 8. I also did another video where I went out with my mates who I ride with regularly, who really push the envelope a little bit. And we had speeds, some seriously high speeds that day. And it'll be interesting to everyone see the range test between the two to see how much difference there was. And I think people will be surprised at the results, because it wasn't dramatically different, to be quite honest. And I'll give that as a lead up. The results between running just a casual skate all day and a hard skate weren't much different. So when they move to a 12S6 on this, it's probably going to give a lot more takeoff speed again, which I think Andrew Pemmon's doing a video, which is releasing soon, which is pretty cool. And I think it'll be really interesting to see because he's actually doesn't have a prototype board. I believe he's actually got a production board. So it'll be good to see his videos.
But for me to understand, and for everybody out there, when they going to have this board out to sell?
I believe it's in the next week or two, Nelson.
Okay.
It's that close. It was supposed to be October, but I think Eduardo may have been waiting on some of the gear to come in. I know he got a delivery of all his controllers and stuff about a week ago. I saw them on Instagram. He put a big picture up of his workshop being full. But yeah, I would say in the next week or so. And Andrew said his video is coming out soon too. So I believe his release video will be the same night as the actual release online to buy.
I'm asking you this just because of the reason there's. Because of this COVID, there's lots of companies having problems with batteries, with lots of stuff, motors, because everything is closed. And you see the Kelly board normally was to come out for 4 or 5 months. And
yeah, I think it was May, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was here with me in an interview, and he said, Nelson, I'm going to try to come end of beginning of April, May, and he's going to start to ship up next week. I speak with him, and he's going to start to. You have to see how many months the delay. That's why I'm asking you. It's good for everybody. Is going to be everybody wants to have his presents here to buy his present. Nobody's going to buy for it.
From what I know, Nelson, and I'm really happy to say that everything I know, the batteries and everything will all be built locally here in Australia. So I believe Eduardo's done that to keep the batteries moving here, which is fantastic. He's got all the controllers and stuff already. They got delivered a week or two ago, so he's got all those. And I believe all the other componentry was the easy stuff to get hold of. I think that was, the less stressed stuff. So I think, in all honesty, if he's got the batteries here and he's got the controllers and everything else running, I don't think there's going to be an issue with delivery or as far as timing. He hasn't released it early. He said pre-order, and he's suggested to me that it was going to be hopefully October/November. And Andrew's been sprouting off on Instagram and stuff the last week or so that he's doing release video, and it's going to be released on the same day. They're going to open up the ordering. And Eduardo, from what I know, he won't release the board for ordering unless he can deliver them, which is awesome.
I see in your channel. I'm going to put it here because I put it special to make the question. Is I see that you going to is the board going to have two different types of wheels?
Look, you can, from what I know, it comes with the 156 inches. You can, the luxury of Transite is he can add the 200s in. You can buy the clouds, the 120 clouds with the adapters. You can buy the 115 rubber adapters because they're Transite wheels as well anyway. So you can buy the adapters for all the other stuff. And one thing he's said to me is you can buy the adapters to go on all the other wheels. So he's allowing the adapters to go out with boards if you want to buy them as extras. So you can fit whatever wheels you want on this thing, which is just
that is very good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that is very good.
And I do believe that he'll be open to a conversation of adding potentially an extra battery box on top if you want extra range. So,
and that is a special thing from Transit that you have the extra box on the top, like you have in your Tramper.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the cross country he gave me to trial for a few weeks had, I think it was a 10S 10P underneath it, and he ran two top boxes on his, which were 10S 4Ps each. So he ended up having a 10S 18P on that board, which was just
we're going
massive.
to answer this question. I was preparing the question, but now he has the.
All right. It gets asked a lot because everybody doesn't understand it. Obviously, my last name's Taylor, so the T comes from Taylor. I love my Jeeps. I've got two. I've got an old 2004 old round headlight Jeep Cherokee, which is my go-to truck. Which when I go into the bush with the boards, that's what I take because it goes over everything. And my wife drives a longitude Jeep, so a reasonably new Jeep. Now, from that, my two daughters. JT is my oldest daughter, and my youngest one's PT. So I've been told I'm not allowed to use their real names, so it's JT and PT. That sort of just fits in with the Jeepy. And my kids always, we're taking the Jeep, we're doing this. So
that is the important thing, my friend.
It's a bit of fun to start with.
Yeah, I want to say hello to Mark of UK. He's a great YouTuber guy. Go there.
Follow Mark.
Mark
he's awesome.
is a fantastic guy, and he has not so many videos, but his videos always rocking. I think he's a fantastic YouTuber and a fantastic person. I just want to say, my friend, when you change, you have the Tramper, you have your feet locked down. What for you is the different with having or not having your feet that you cannot move it?
It's something you have to get used to. I mean, doing single trails on motocross, you tend to move your body around a lot. And with the road boards being, the Transite behind me and a few of the other boards, even the Baja board, you can move your feet into different positions and get yourself leveled. With the Tramper, I do ride it on the road mainly without the heel straps in, and that's manipulation. I can drop my rear foot out and just move it around and things if I want to, and jump back up and go again. When you're going down tracks, you need those heels locked in, and I'm finding that I'm strapping in tighter and tighter now because I'm getting a little bit more interesting and a little sillier, which hopefully I'll start bringing some videos of that out soon too. But you've got to be careful. A friend of mine down here in Melbourne just built himself a board and put bindings on his, and he had his front foot locked in and the board twisted around and twisted his ankle. So
Ooh.
he hurt himself quite severely. You've really got to be mindful that you can't get your feet out. You're stuck to the board. And if you've got one foot in and the board rotates, you're going to hurt yourself. So it's definitely a mind change. But I love the Tramper, and it's a great board, and maneuverability and
I,
turning and bouncing around corners. You feel like you're rock hopping sometimes. It's kind of silly, but down single trails, it's a great board. A lot of fun. But heel
uh,
straps
I,
definitely dangerous if you're not used to them.
I'm going to tell just for everybody to understand. Just go to the Tommy Boy. He has his YouTube
Yeah,
channel. Then you see his accident, and you're going to understand. You have to know what you are doing. Then I'm going to.
absolutely.
I have the next last week was an event here in Germany, in a kartbahn, and one of the guys is a fantastic skater, and everything is very very fast. He's crazy, and then he tried for the first time one tramper, not one tramper, that is a DIY mountain board, and he tried, and that was the first time he was with his feet. Uh, they cannot move it, and he was with a big accident in a
Yeah,
track, and the board was completely damaged. The trucks, everything was broken. It was not don't happen nothing to him, but it's like this, guys. That is that is a different thing. You have to use yourself.
yeah. It is, Nelson. I really enjoy riding the Tramper, but when you've put your feet into that board and you're locked in, if anything goes wrong, you're going down and the board's going to move you. I mean,
Yeah.
in Australia, this is a $2,500 phone Tramper accident.
I know, I know.
Because when you go down, whichever way your body's facing is the way you're going, whether you like it or not, because the
Mhm.
board is 15 kilos and it's going to drag you. So
Yeah.
you don't have that choice.
Oh, for one side, Mark is here, and Mark was a guy who never ride any boards with his feet, and he has a video that is showing when when he received the board from Lee. Uh, that these guys, they are making fantastic boards in
Beautiful
UK.
Apex, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
them.
the
Beautiful
Apex,
boards.
and you can see by Mark, go to his YouTube channel, and he has a video showing his first time riding with his feet. He cannot move it, and you see the sensation that is not very pleasant. You have to be prepared. That's the way you have to
Absolutely.
do it.
It's like anything, Nelson. If you've got a high performance board, whether it be a Lacroix or a
Mhm,
Tramper or a Cali or even, for example, the Roadster.
mhm.
I mean, the Evolve Haddon, I mean, not a lot of people have got them yet, but they're
Yeah.
saying the acceleration and the way they ride is very aggressive too. But every time you get a new board, I always say to anybody I know and anybody who asks, start off in low mode, have a feel for it, spend 20 minutes. You know, it's like you go out on your first date with a new girlfriend. You don't try and force her in, to, 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 to a restaurant in the first 2 minutes. You basically got to buy her a drink, talk to her, get to know her, have a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah, yeah. That's what I say to everybody, guys. Don't push. Last week, this event, I'm going to come with a video from the event. I always tell I'm going to come, and most of the time I forget it. But I'm going to try to bring, because was lots of accidents, lots of guys was riding very fast, and I say to them, okay, that is a private, is not a problem, but we have to think. Sometimes we are in a track, and we have to think about the others. We can damage ourselves very badly. You have your friend here
Absolutely.
that you are talking, that he damaged him. Guys, this
I
can
wait.
happen very fast, huh?
I always put this. Where is it? This side over here. This little
Uh-huh.
this little thing over here. This is a sticker we use in Australia for car drivers for
Hmm.
learners.
Okay.
This is my reminder.
That's
Whatever
nice.
I
Good.
do might be the first time, and I've got to remember that I'm
Yeah.
a learner.
I have a big accident that is more than 1 year, and till today I'm not okay. That's why I tell to
Yeah,
everybody, take care. My friend, for everybody to know, do you have a date that you make always in a week, or that you put the videos out? Do you
I
have?
do try and get them out Tuesday morning. About 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning is usually when, like Australian time,
Mhm,
is when I put them out. America seems to be my biggest following. So
mhm,
I try and push out to those guys. I occasionally do a premiere release if, like, for example, the Roadster behind me. When I did that at 8 o'clock Australia time because a
mhm,
lot of people in Australia wanted to know about it. But it's usually a Tuesday night if it's a premiere,
mhm.
but usually Tuesday morning, early in the morning Australia time, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, um, is usually when I push them out. So I try and get one video out every week, and sometimes I do something a little different, and I might push one out on a Thursday if I can do it. Unfortunately, I do work full time as well. Many people say, "How do you fit it all in?" Oh, I don't know.
Course. I work too, my friend. That's why. But I love this. I love this. I love.
Absolutely.
I love the people that I ride. I love. That was a sport that I'm enjoying myself, and I'm going to put you here enjoying too. And you have in Australia so fantastic persons. And so many riders and so many companies
Yeah.
who making stuff for us.
This
Yeah.
is the Keezy crew. This is the crew that I go out with regularly. I had to miss today's ride because I had other stuff I had to do. But yeah, the
Yeah,
Keezy crew that I skate with and ride with, they're a bunch of scooters and boards. And this was the
yeah,
cross country.
yeah. You're
But yeah,
just having
these
fun.
absolutely having fun. I mean, these boys, they get together sometimes Friday night, Saturday night, and they've got. I mean, some of the boys has got a Nami scooter which does something like 100 kilometers an hour or something
Mhm.
crazy. Um, I don't think they do that. I know he's had it for a couple of weeks and he's past 60 k's an hour. But it's just the boys have fun and they're great to go out with. So and
I
yeah,
have I have my Lacroix, and I can. I think the last time I reached close to 90 kilometers
whoa.
in one, and I was like with my legs, I could not move myself, and I say I'm never going to do this again.
Well, I am on the hunt, Nelson, for the next board. I'm in negotiations, so I really, I mean, everybody would love to have a Lacroix or a Cali. So I mean, that's
I
the
think you
dream. I
don't
think
need it. I think today you have. First of all, for you guys, it's so expensive.
it is. Yeah, it's
I know.
about
I listened something from Ernesto that he wants to open something in Australia.
Ernesto is, and I have seen some Instagram posts. The
Hmm.
guys down at Full Send Electric that I mentioned before earlier, who did the Cali deck for James.
Hmm.
I There's conversations going on in the background, I believe, but I have seen a couple of posts from Full Send Electric saying that they're exclusive for Cali, but I haven't seen any posts recently. And I did reach out to Ernesto about 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Give me a couple of weeks, and we'll get the conversation going further." So I think there's something happening, but I don't know what it is. I'm not really privy to the details, but I'm excited.
I
But again, it's a $6,500 board in the US, and by the time you convert that, it's about a $9,000 board in Australia plus shipping and extras. So it's a $10,000 Australian board. It's a lot of money, but
for everybody for everybody's there and is from Australia. How many Kelly boards that you ride together in Australia and lacrosse? I think there is
oh,
not too much.
there's not many Kellys here at all. Down in Melbourne, there has got to be, there's probably 20 or 30 Lacroix that I know of, but there's probably more. I mean, you do see them pop up occasionally. A lot of the crew that I ride with, a bunch of the hooligans, they've
Hmm.
got that. There's probably 10 or 12 just in that group. So they are out there. The
That is
Lacroix come
good.
through. The
That is
Lacroix come
good.
through Ben Buckler in New South Wales. So they've been importing them for quite a while. But again, that's a $7,000 or $8,000 board in Australia. I think it's 7,000 thereabouts.
Ooh.
So but it's a premium board. I mean, long range, huge performance, and beautiful, beautiful machines. But again, if you want a cross country transite, a lot cheaper, and Eduardo up there will chuck two top boxes on it, and you get 100 plus kilometers range in it if you
Ooh.
want on those big wheels.
Yeah. I'm going to
Beautiful.
leave the contact from Transa. I'm going to leave for everybody. Sorry, I have a good contact with Alexander from Barabord. We have to support all these companies.
Absolutely.
I know that is very hard for them, and I'm not. I don't have no contact with Jeff from Involve. I hope that he can do something, but I know that
Look,
Involve is a very difficult company.
I met Maddie and a few of the others from Evolve
Mhm,
early in the piece last year.
mhm,
We had a little bit of free time, and they did an Evolve ride down here in
mhm,
Melbourne, and it was the first ride I actually did in the city,
mhm,
where I met James and a few of the other crew,
mhm,
and the guys down here have embraced me as a friend and
mhm.
a fellow e-skater, and the crew that I met that day were fantastic. They took me out on a night ride, so we rode for 40 k's.
Yeah,
It was a great trip, and I haven't had any contact with the guys from Evolve here in Australia at all,
it's
but I
very
do know
sad.
they're struggling. Yeah,
It's,
but
I think it's very sad. You have so much YouTubers in Australia who make reviews, and you don't see the other side from Involve. I think I speak with Matty, and I think that is very sad. Sorry.
yeah, it is Nelson. But I think I think Evolve crew put it down as it's a primary a business first, and their biggest population of purchasers is not probably in Australia. I mean, up in the Gold Coast or Queensland, where their factory is, probably a good portion of buyers is local there up there.
Hmm.
But I think their bigger portion of buyers are probably the US or thereabouts. So I think sometimes we do forget about our backyard where we live when we're building a business, and no no skin off my nose. I've got
I
the
think
guys at
that is not
Transite are
right.
awesome, and the guys at
Look,
Baja have been absolutely
look
fully supportive of me and my channel. So
yeah.
I'm
Uh,
wrapped. I'm
I
not
was
complaining.
surprised, guys. I was surprised that they came to the channel because I have lots of discussions with Jeff in the media in
Yeah,
Facebook. Because when I don't agree with something I write, I don't have no problem. But I
yeah.
have, I and the guy here in Germany from Involve, I have a good relations. And sometimes he stop me and he say, "Please don't make me problems and everything." I understand him.
Yeah, I think for
But
me, Nelson, we haven't. COVID's locked us down a lot the last year or two down in Melbourne, especially. And I know 12 Board Store down here in Melbourne, who support the Eastergate community massively, carry the Evolve, and I haven't got in there and spoken with them. I dare say when the boards start moving around a bit more and they open up a bit more, maybe they might reach out. I don't know. Well, I'll see, hopefully. And I do have a mate. My good mate Tom has got a carbon. I call them the Haydeans, but the Hadians soon. So it'll be good to see him ride his and get a bit of a personal opinion from him, because he's owned probably, I don't know, 10, 20 boards himself, and he's got a lot of experience with it. So when he gets his, it'll be really good to hear his opinion compared to the GTR. So we'll play the
I think
game.
I'm just going to say to Jeff and to Matty, I don't have nothing against them, and I think you have to support more. I know that Involve wants to do everything alone, and he wants to do. They want to say we do everything, but I have to. They have to change the idea, and I know that is a big company, but don't forget, I see other companies very big that they fall very fast.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't do these mistakes. uh, uh,
Agreed. Agreed, mate.
that
Agreed.
that is don't forget, you need the supports from the YouTubers, you need the supports from the riders. And I see lots of hate in groups that everybody speaks very bad of Involve because
Yeah.
the
Look,
arrogance of the Involve, and that
Nelson,
is very sad.
I work in the world of industrial automation and robotics
Mhm.
is my gig. That's where I spend my days, and there are so many companies who compete in my space that I watch it all the time. But one thing they do really well is they get in there and they actually promote their business as best they can with every avenue they possibly can, and they all talk about it, together. And what they say is they say more competition is better for all of us, because if the more competition that's there, the
Yeah.
better, the more conversation is started, the more we all talk about it, the more it gets out there, and the more business gets done. Because the more we build this sport, the more sales there'll be long term as well. So I think you got to, whoever you are, no matter whether you're a China company, whether you're an Australian company, whether you're a a European company or US company or a European company.
That has nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
Just get in there and promote the sport.
Yeah. You want to sell, you want to be big. Don't say I invented. I see the video from Andres, and that is a fantastic video. He said everything. Involved, don't invented nothing. I don't want to make.
I should have worn my other T-shirt, Nelson. I've got a Daniel Kwan T-shirt that says, was it something premium, patent pending?
Yeah, but sometimes the people forget that we know a little of the history. Involve is not going to change nothing, and lying, that is not the best way. The critique was very good.
Well,
I think Andre was made everything. I think it don't. That was not a critique. That was just say, hey guys, you are going in a wrong direction.
Yeah,
try to change it.
The reality of it is, Nelson, is and the patent pending. I'm not versed in all the law stuff, so I'm not going to get dig too deeply into it. But I don't believe they hurt anybody other than probably Transite, because Transite had a carbon board, and I think I don't know what the logistics are of their legal patent, but I believe it might have been the patent was only good in Australia anyway. So I don't know. I'm not a legal person, so I shouldn't comment. But at the same time, I'm a bit confused by all of it.
And the two of us, my friend, we are not against Involve. We are against. We are against that. We want to help him to grow more.
Absolutely, everyone should grow. I mean, I want to see more of the sport. I want to see more people competing in building boards against each other, so we get better products.
Yeah,
I want to see controllers getting better.
And leave the reviews for us to make it. For you guys, Scott, Andre, you, Jay Boston, and other guys are out there who make reviews. I don't make reviews, but there is lots of guys who make reviews, and they are very good. And I think it's not right for a company to make a review. That was my critique. I speak with Jeff. I write with him, and I write to Matty, and I say my opinion. But if you want to do it, I think that is wrong. But
in all honesty, Nelson, I don't really have an opinion. It's not mine to have. I just want to ride boards, and I want to test boards and have fun, and I want to basically share my love of the esport community with everybody as much as I can.
Yeah, I know. And I know, my friend.
And Evolve will do what Evolve does.
It's not right. And can I tell you something? I was a small channel. I know. I was a small channel, and I know how many doors was close to me in the beginning.
I know that too. Yep.
Yeah, and I know how hard it's for you that you have now not so many subscribers, and I know for the other YouTubers how hard is that. And sometimes I listen to the guys saying, "Oh, these YouTubers, they don't want," and how we speak in the beginning of spam. Oh, this guy is going to make another video here in the group. Guys, it's so difficult, and they don't understand so much work, and we try to make so much love to bring information for everybody out there, and the people thinking just about numbers. Oh, this guy he wants to be rich, he's going to be. No, forget about that. I'm not going to give my board. It wasn't two companies who say to me, Nelson, I'm not going to come to your channel because you have to have more than 4K of subscribers, or I don't come. And I say that is so stupid, and that is so stupid to listen something like that.
Nelson, I couldn't agree more. Like, I mean, I do know international business. I do know a lot of guys around the world, and I can talk to a lot of these companies. And when the borders are open, I'll be back in China doing business trips over there, doing other stuff. So I hope to be able to get to some of these factories and stuff, and meet some of the guys in China, because I travel there for work all the time. So I'm happy to sort of put that into place later on. But when I talk to them now, because I am a 270 people subscriber sort of channel, it's pretty much nothing. But what I do have to say is my subscribers who follow me for a specific reason. And when I talk about AT boards, I don't talk just about the wheels. I want to know more about the AT boards. I mean, that's why I love the cross country. That's why I love the Baja board, because they're real AT boards. These are not mucking around. We're not just putting AT wheels on a board and saying it's an AT board. We're giving it a crack. And if some of these boards want to come to my channel and want to have a look at how strong they are and how powerful they are, send your board to me. I'm more than happy to take them up Hell Hill and see how they'll handle the bush. Because realistically, I'm not sure if many of them will do it.
Yeah, but my friends, you are out there. You want to sell your boards. Give these guys the opportunity to give a nice and good review. And maybe if something is not in order, they can contact you and say, "Hey guys, you have to change this."
Yeah,
And you have time to change and improve your boards because they write every day and they
yeah,
tested
absolutely.
different boards. That's why I say, don't close the doors. Open the doors.
Yeah,
If you are
I
in
agree. Especially some of the guys, even more experienced than me. I mean, Scott and Andrew have been doing this forever. Same with Jay Boston. I mean, these are just the Australian people. I mean, I'm not even talking about the guys in the UK or the US. Mark, who's on here as well. Some of the
Sorry, my
skaters
friend.
around the world are
For
amazing.
sorry to interrupt you, but I'm going to
You
say,
know,
for me, I don't think you need to have you have to have a big channel. Maybe you have a small channel and you can bring more information than a big channel. That has nothing to do. I'm not talking about bad about Andre. Andre makes a fantastic job.
no, I'm
Scott
just
makes a
talking about experience, Nelson. That's
yes,
all. I
yeah,
mean,
but the experience you have, you are a technic person, you
yeah,
are
I am. Yeah,
engineer, and you can bring that. Maybe Scott can bring other things, Andre can bring other things, Mark can bring other things, Jay Boston can bring other
absolutely.
things,
I
and
completely agree.
everybody do his work. And
The
when I go,
diversity
yes,
diversity of the community
yes,
adds depth and flavor and color. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
and the important thing, my friend, is for me as a buyer, I go to you guys, and sometimes I'm confused. What board? I have to buy a board. What board?
Well, the
And
questions I'm getting now, which I'm going to have to make a video on, is
mhm.
like, Craig, you know about Tramp, you know about Baja Boy, you know about cross country transite. What do you think? Which one should I buy?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
but that is the difficult question. But
oh, absolutely.
you can give the specs to them, and they can say, okay, that is going to be perfect for me.
Oh,
But it's difficult for us to say this one is the right one for you. The
yeah, well,
weight,
I've got a guy
the
that wants to buy a tramper, and he said, "Can I ride it?" And I said, "Well, are you coming down to Melbourne?" He said, "At Christmas time." I said, "Okay, message me, come down, try. I'll take it. I'll meet you up. Try my board. I don't mind. Just remember, I'm not at fault if you do anything, but have fun. I mean,
I,
it's a
I'm,
really hard thing, but
I,
the technical answers that these
yeah,
people need have to come
we
from somewhere.
we have Zach from he makes the DIYs boards,
Yep,
fantastic
Mister,
videos.
he's awesome.
You have Lee that he makes not so much videos, not today, but he makes lots of fantastic videos how to build a DIY board. Everybody loves that, and
Yeah,
that's what we have to support, not destroy it.
absolutely.
And then I see the critic, like I see to Lee, that involve as banned. Gave him a strike because he used to protect one friend. He used his video and they give him a strike, and then Trump give him the second strike. That means that his channel is like, and I think that is not correct. That what
Yeah,
I think we can always talk and say,
absolutely.
can you please take this video out, or can you please change it a little? It's always a way to do it, but
Yeah,
to
agree.
you know
Agree.
how YouTube works. You have
Yeah, three
two
strikes, you're
strikes.
out.
Yeah, you are out, but with two strikes you don't win no money in a moment for the next
Yep.
time. uh, so and I think that is
Yeah.
very sad, but because you lose your passion to do it, because you say, why I'm doing this, that the companies are trying to destroy me. And I
Yeah.
think that is not very nice.
It's not you lose your independence. You lose the ability to have a voice in the community, and I think that's the worst part about it. Because I mean, Nelson, you know, you love your LaCroix, and I see your videos with you riding your LaCroix, and it's a beautiful board, and I ride random different things all the
Yeah,
time, and so do some of the other guys. But I think the reality of it is we need to have the reviewers like myself and others actually having an opinion and being able to say what they want about a board without potentially getting kicked in the guts because they have an opinion. I think that should never happen. And I don't believe. I mean, I saw the video that Lee did when it first came out, and I was like, really? I mean, it was just an opinion piece. It
it's very
wasn't.
sad. It's very
Yeah,
sad.
I can imagine. I can imagine. And
It's
I
very
think you
sad.
need to be able to have your opinions.
And I have believe it. I have this. I have sometimes I have this. I have we speak, me and Lee, and we don't agree, and that is not a
Yeah,
problem. aber that is like this. I think that is unfair to do that to a friend, a guy who ride with us
Yeah.
every day, and he tried to do his best. Maybe his company, if his company is working, is because he's fighting for his company to work.
Yeah.
I'm not protecting Apex. I never try APEC. I don't have nothing to do with the APEC. I don't have nothing. But I'm talking about the YouTuber. The two of
Yeah.
us, we are two YouTubers, and the guys here, some of them are YouTubers. And I think that is very sad to see that I
It
speak with
is.
you. You need
It
more
is.
support. You need
The,
more
the,
boards.
it's really hard, Nelson. I mean, you've got to find, as a YouTuber, you've got to find the balance of what is going to get me into trouble and what is not. And you really want to be independent. You really want to have a voice, and you want the voice to be heard. But at the same time, you do have to be careful, because I mean, the board companies can take the fun away from it from you if they want to. And I mean, I don't say that I'm pro one country of boards or another. I mean, one of my first boards that I bought was a Lycan TRX, and
Mhm.
to be quite honest, I love that damn board, and it gets ridden once a week, whether it likes it or not. and
Yeah.
it's a Chinese manufactured board, and it has been bulletproof for me. I've punished this thing, and I've done probably, I don't know, 12 to 1500 kilometers on it, and still running the original clouds on it. I'd put ATs on it every now and again just for fun, but my 12-year-old daughter rides that board. My wife's ridden that board. It gets a lot of love. I mean, it's out there doing its thing. I've got no animosity to any country who makes boards. I love them all, and for me, I look at it from an engineering perspective. If every country in the world has got 3 or 4 board manufacturers in
Hello,
it, then
Tom.
we've got 3 or 4 board manufacturers everywhere who are competing, who are building the business, who are doing more R&D, and we're getting better products. At the end of the day, more competition is better value for money, better products, more fun. And we the consumers win too, because nobody gives me any boards. They loan them to me, and I'm happy to loan them and send them back.
But that is the problem. Everybody think we receive the boards. My God, this is
No, I watched Fred's video the other week or so ago, and he said, I buy most of them, and I've been given a couple, and I went, really? Who gave them to you? I'll take one. Damn. But yeah, it's a hard job. I mean, I looked Tom's video the other week from the Plutonium 2. I
Mhm.
think he leased it or borrowed it for a couple of days, and went and did a run on that, and that's a beautiful looking board. I mean,
Yeah,
as a
last week he make it.
YouTuber, you couldn't
Last week,
afford to buy those sorts of boards repetitively, could you, Nelson? Just way too
no, my
much.
friend,
You
no.
know, hang on, I'm gonna go and buy myself a Cali for a couple of weeks to do videos.
No. But Tom is here now. Tom is here now.
I saw him pop
Yeah,
up. Hey Tom.
just let's write more and
Yeah,
stop politics.
agree.
Yes, I
Agree.
know that, but sometimes we have to talk about that because I think that is unfair.
Agree,
But
mate. Agree.
what I want to say, Tom is a very a special person, and the first time I ride the Lacroix was is Lacroix. No, the first time I ride the Nazare was with Tom, and the first Lacroix I ride that was from John, a friend for me from UK, that I'm very proud of him. He give the doctor from him was very sick, and he take one part of his body and give to his daughter that she could survive. And for
Wow.
me, that is he's a big man, he's a fantastic person, and I think every son cannot expect more from a father or a mother to do that. And I'm very proud of him. He's a very special person for me, and he's a fantastic rider. That was the first Lacroix, the prototypo. But the prototypo for my person, I'm a big guy, a very big guy, guys. I have
Too
100.
bouncy. Too.
I have to 132 kilos. I'm a very big guy. So and I see the deck was like, "Ee," and I said, okay, that is not for me.
The Prototypo, it's a beautiful board. It really is a beautiful board. But even me, I'm nearly 100 kilos, and it's I'm only 5'7", so I'm a really short guy too. But it's just kind of bad. But COVID kilos have definitely punished me. But the prototypo is a beautiful board, and I mean the Laquale boards are all beautiful. They're so well made, they're so well presented, and they are they're like the Cali. They're the epitome of e-skate. They're just gorgeous. I do want to ask Tom how where's his magic button to eject both his shoes? I, I just how did he lose both his shoes off the board?
That is
I'm so glad Tom's okay, because that looked
yeah.
really nasty, that fall.
That was a good that was a good propaganda for the Lazy Rollings. Real Lazy Rollings.
Absolutely.
He never going to lose him as a ambassador.
No, I could imagine Tom's probably had 35 people handing him SD cards with videos of him crashing on it from about 600 different angles. You couldn't pick a better place for capturing an incident.
Yeah, but that
No, it was a pretty wild crash. So he's pretty lucky to walk away. And yeah, Lazy Rolling definitely kicked on with that one. It was definitely a promo for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just tell to everybody, Tom is I know him for lots of years. He support the Cav UK, and he's a fantastic rider, and he's always doing something for the community. Like you, my friend, you are doing something. I'm very proud that you have now this new Instagram and Facebook to help this t-shirt what you have there, the A-Skate
Oz.
I
Thanks,
think
Nelson.
that is very important, because you are bringing something from you out, and this thing is going to help the communities, the YouTubers, to can put his YouTube things, and with no problems of spend on this, having problems of people mad of you. Or I think that is fantastic thing. That's why I say to everybody, go there. I'm going to leave the links. Go there to the Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe. And then most important, go to the go to the Taylor YouTube channel. Is bombing. He has new videos from new boards, always, every week. What time, my friend?
4 a.m. Australian time on Tuesday mornings.
Yes, go there, have a good time, enjoy yourselves. You're going to love it, and maybe it's going to be the right board for you to buy it. Maybe you're going to find the perfect one. The other thing what I want to say here, I was talking with Taylor, and I'm going to make something very special. I'm going to invite. I don't have no problem to say that. I want to invite Andre. I want to invite Scott, and I want to invite Jay Boston and Taylor, the 4 YouTubers from Australia, to make a live here, and to have some fun, and listen to these YouTubers that they are doing so much for the PVs and for the our community. I'm going to reach for all of you. Now, going to you, my friend. What is the best way to the people contact you? What platform is the best one?
Probably Instagram. I'm always on Instagram now. It seems to be the thing. So eSkate Oz or Craig Taylor or JeepyT on Instagram is where you can grab a hold of me everywhere. And if you want to know anything about any of the boards I ride, I'm more than happy to give you some advice, or more than happy to share. And I'm more than happy. I'd love to catch up with Scott and Andrew and Mr. Penman, as I call him, and Jay. Jay was an advocate of mine. He subscribed to my channel when I first started, so met him at a Baja Day, and he's been a really nice guy to me. And Scott Scott helps admin eSkate Oz with me. And Andrew is an absolute legend. I love Andrew's work, and I have done for a long time. So I'm more than happy to jump into one of those lives with all the boys, and love to have a chinwag with all of them.
That is the thing. I want to do it. I want to do a one with UK YouTubers together too, and I want to make one with the AUC from US YouTubers too. I want to make like a table with everybody, and we can share our for everybody to understand what is a YouTuber, because I think lots of persons don't understand us.
I agree, Nelson.
And I
What
think
one
that
thing,
is
if I can say, Nelson, if you guys out there watch videos and watch anybody who are doing YouTube videos in the Eastgate community, subscribe to their channel, give them a like. Doesn't matter who it is, give them all a like, give them all a subscribe, because if they're a little channel or a big channel, it doesn't matter. Everyone needs the support, and the board companies don't take us seriously unless we've got subscribers and we've got likes.
they don't
So
give it. They don't give it nothing. They don't.
and it helps us a little bit. Doesn't, I have not earned a cent out of this, and I think if my wife will put up with me any longer, I'll be lucky. But I keep spending, and she says it's for the sanity of all of us, I think.
Do your wife talk with my wife?
I think all Eastgate wives become sort of partial widows, maybe, because of all the skating we do. But it's I got to say, Nelson, over the last 12 months, it's with all the hassles the world's gone through, the Eastgate community, and the people that I skate with, and the people that have welcomed me into their groups. I want to just thank all them. I mean, James, who was in earlier, I've got to shout out to him. He was really pivotal in the point of saying g'day to me at the start of building a community. The Keezy crew, Tom, he's my he's my Eastgate sponsor. So Tom is one of my best friends and has shared lots of his boards with me. He is an absolute addict, and I love him. He's a great guy, and
Tom,
him and I share our.
you are there, my friend. Don't forget. Now I'm November is complete. I have December some days free, and January I have 6 days free. The rest, everything, I started about 3 days to make the organize everything. So I just going to tell you, if you want to come to the live, contact me, and maybe I can put you here in one live and listen a little about you, my friend.
Who's this, Tom?
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's a good bloke, and yeah, him and I skate with each other nearly every weekend. He's a mad skater, and he's fast. So skateboard_T on Instagram. He is a quick skater, and that Baja board, he's pushing 60, 70 k's an hour these days. So he's fast. He's a fast lad. So I do try and keep up with him, but it's an effort. Anyway, I've just got to say though, community is everything, and the mental health side of Eastgate over the last 12, 18 months, especially with lockdowns in Melbourne, I do support charities, especially Beyond Blue. There's a lot of mental health issues around the world, and with Eastgate, one of the things I want to just say is, if you're bored and lonely at home, go out and try some Eastgate and find a local community that Eastgates and get involved. It'll change your world, and it'll put a positive spin on everything that's bad in your life. And and there's lots of good people.
Yeah, that I think too, guys. We come today. Normally we make 1 hour. Now the interviews today was a little longer. I just want to say, first of all, thank you, my friend, for coming. We're going to stay in contact because I want to make this YouTube table with different countries. I want to do it. That I'm going to contact you guys to organize, and don't stop, my friend. It's going to be a very difficult road. The beginning is always difficult, but you're going to achieve because you are a very good person, and your YouTube is going in the right direction, and it's very difficult for the persons to understand us in the beginning, but with the time, I think you're going to achieve, and you're going to have a nice platform to share your technical engineering things for the guys who want to buy a board or want to know a little more about the board. I think you're going to help him a lot. And guys, if you have the
Eastgate
chance.
hooligans. Sorry, Nelson. The hooligans. There's one of the crews I skate with too.
Yeah, it's
There's
no problem.
James.
I just want to say I'm going to
Great
leave
people.
all the links there, guys. One of the links is I'm going to take this one out. You have is a YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe, give a nice like. Don't forget the bell that you then receive the notifications of the new video coming. Then is Instagram, like he said, is the best way to contact him. Then you have his Facebook. Then you have, oh, guys are calling me for a ride. Yeah, today I have event. Then you have his TikTok. TikTok is always fantastic, guys. Short
Yeah, it's where I put
videos.
all my silly things. We had a flood
Yeah,
yesterday in Melbourne, so
we our kid, our small things to have fun. So then you have his special group that is he created, that is in Instagram, that is A Skate O's, and you have his, oh, again, and you have his YouTube, Facebook is with Scott and everybody inside. Go there, guys. Subscribe, give a nice like. If you have a question, contact them, and you're going to have a blast. They are fantastic persons. You are a fantastic person. I just want to see what everybody write. The last ones, uh, great words.
thanks, Marcus.
Thanks, Nelson. Yes, if you want to come, my friend, Tom is always open. That is a channel. Everybody is important. I speak with you, Taylor, in private. Everybody is
Absolutely.
perfect, important. Uh,
Electric Boogaloo, Matty. he's another crew. The Electric Boogaloo crew is another group.
Yeah, my friends, we can make one day like a special day of the groups. Oh, hey, it's
He's got,
Andre. How are
oh.
you, my friend? No time, no see. Oh, that is another YouTuber. He's doing lots of things there, and he's
Aussie skate.
very,
Yep.
yeah, and he's very good with his magic of technique in
Editing. Yeah,
computer.
I've
Yeah,
seen.
everything is
He's.
very good.
I just saw him just drop a bomb in the middle of a forest in a video that I think it popped up today. It was great. I was like, whoa,
He's,
that's awesome. How
he's
do you do that?
I cannot do that, my friend. But he's very
No, me
good.
neither.
Go there and
Yeah,
see his
hit
channel.
subscribe him.
Yeah,
Great videos.
he's
Really
very,
cool.
very good. Hello, Andre. Nice to see you. He was here in the interview too. He ride a lot one wheel and Baja board.
Thanks, Hate
Uh,
Mail. Appreciate it,
yeah,
mate.
thank you, my friend. Uh, Tom, then I talk to you. Great vibes today, guys. So
Thanks, Tom.
have a nice ride for
Love your
you
work,
guys,
Tom.
in for all of you guys there. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to leave the last words to Taylor. Go there, subscribe to all the YouTubers out there. They need it, they deserve it, and have some fun. If you are the chance to ride today, go for a nice ride. Enjoy the wind, the weather. Enjoy your friends. Have a good day. Ride fast, but always safe. Don't forget your protections. For you, my
Nelson,
friend, I leave you
from
with the
me,
last words.
thank you so much, Nelson, for having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure, and it's great to finally talk with you. It's been
For happening.
I've been watching you for a long time. Congratulations on getting to 1,000 subscribers, Tom. Congratulations to getting 1,000 subscribers too, mate. You're in the game now. Hope you enjoy your
And
$6 a month out of YouTube payments. But no, from me, thank you guys for having me.
and
It's been an absolute
Mark.
pleasure and an honor to be on your channel, Nelson. And
Yeah,
for the Eastgate community, keep doing what you're doing. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and hope you all enjoy my videos, and I hope you all enjoy the reviews and the skates. Summer's coming here, so there'll probably be more group rides and crazy stuff, and hopefully the hooligans and the Electric Boogaloo crew and the Keezy crew and the guys I skate with, there'll be more of these crazy rides with all the crew down here. And I do actually personally just want to thank Transite for allowing me to bring out this beautiful roadster. And I know Zach had it up in Queensland and did a video on it. It's been an absolute pleasure to ride. I do also want to thank the guys at Baja Board. They've been brilliant by lending me the A-Tracks as well. And all my community who support me, and all my subscribers already, and the new subscribers that hopefully come, thank you, because without you guys supporting the YouTubers, we don't, we're doing this for nothing, just for ourselves, for fun. But if you're watching videos and you like what the people are doing, please subscribe. And if you're a YouTuber in the Eastgate or PEV community and you want to share something on Eastgate Oz, go right ahead. I love it all. Won't stop yous. Build the community. Share my passion. Share everybody else's passion. Let's have fun. And just, I can't wait to get overseas. And hopefully, Nelson, you and I can have a beer and a skate together in the future. And
I hope to. I want to travel
on
I
my
want to
Cali.
travel to Australia. Yeah, I just want to say something, my friend. We are very happy to help you guys. I make my thing is making lives and bring this guys here for you to know him better. And the job from Taylor and the other, I just want to say, Mark, he reached the 1,000 subscribers
Oh,
before
congrats,
me.
Mark. Well done, mate.
Yeah, that was a nice road for the three of us. But the
Absolutely.
important thing, what I want to say to all of you, every YouTuber has his way to work, and every YouTuber try to do his way, and each one just want to help you guys. We just
Yeah,
want to bring. Sometimes we see that is not enough there, and we say, okay, why don't I try this? That's why he's here. He's doing uh, his way to do it, and me, I'm trying to do other way. I bring riders. I want to see the community together, and
agree.
we never know the day of tomorrow. The other thing I want to just say for everybody, next week I'm going to have an interview. It's going to be the first time I'm going to have a scooter in my channel,
Oh,
and this a scooter is the 2-on-2 hunter machine. I don't know, it came out
that's
now.
a beast.
And
It came out about a week or two ago, didn't it, Nelson?
yes, and Joey, he tell me he's going to explain for everybody what is this machine. It's the first time I'm going to make an interview with a scooters, and that is, I think, is a machine. I don't
It,
know all
it
that
looks like a
weight.
beast.
I think that is like I think that is like a moto. Look how big is, look how big is this. So the guy,
I saw the video when they
yeah.
released it. It looked epic. So it's be good.
But look, Joey is big, and look,
It's a beast.
is it like he's like a small kid? It's too big. But he's going to come here. He's going to have an interview, and I think it's going to be very nice for us to listen more, because the A scooters coming bigger and bigger and bigger,
Yeah,
and and
in Italy they've started racing them. I saw a video the other day. They're actually racing them now. So that's the next
yeah.
big thing.
I just want to answer something now. So should interview Zach. So I contact Zach, and that he said I'm not a guy who wants to make lives. I'm very shy, and I was very sorry. Last week we talked about that, and I understand them. We have to respect. Sometimes the persons don't like to come in this lives. It's easier to make a video, but to have the contact direct. But it's open, and he tell me he's going to think about it. I think he's doing a fantastic job,
He is, yeah.
and
That's awesome.
yeah, and if you guys can support his channel, first of all, he's a fantastic rider, and second of all, he's a fantastic builder of DIY boards, and we have to support him. But we never know. He's open. He tell me, Nelson, when I a little stronger, maybe I come. Is open. Maybe next year he comes. Like this, I make a plan. I have close to everything. I don't have no more place for nobody else, and till January I'm completely booked. I have 3 or 4 places because I want to make something special. So thank you so much, my friend. I hope
Thank
that
you,
you have
Nelson.
lots of success. I want to see this 1,000 very soon. I don't know how much do you have today in the end of the life, but you are coming close to 300 now. Guys, go there, subscribe, give to your friends a nice link from his channel to subscribe to see his content. I think it's going to be important. My friend, thank you so much for the opportunity you give to the PV's community. You are doing a fantastic thing, and I'm very proud of you, my friend.
Thank you, Nelson. It's all love, mate. I enjoy doing this, and yeah, I enjoy being part of it. It's a real honor.
Well, we're going to come together again with the table of the YouTubers of Australia.
The round table.
The round
Love
table.
to.
Australia round table. Okay, guys. See you in next interview. Enjoy with your family, with your friends. Lots of love Take care of you. Enjoy your life. Life is beautiful. Okay, guys. Thank you,
Stay
Muhammad.
upright, keep smiling.
Always